Hi, Verbling. Hope you're all having a great day today. My name is Lauren, and I'm doing our second class right now on homonyms and homophones? Homonyms. Anyways, we're doing homonyms today. And these are words that sound the exact same, but they have different spellings and different meanings, different definitions. So for those of you who want to be able to get into class early, you are always welcome to join as a premium member on verbling.com/get-reservations. I'll put this in here right now. verbling.com/get-reservations. And you will have the opportunity to make reservations anytime you want, unlimited. It is $25 a month, but you can plan out your life much easier if you know that you're going to be getting into those classes that you really want to get into. And I guess that, Rosella, you must be a premium member. Oh, Rosella, I can't hear you. You might be on mute. So click the red button here at the top of your screen. Red button. Red button, it will say, it'll be red. Rosella, watch my screen and I'll show you how to do it. Watch my screen. Okay? So there you are. See over here, this red button at the top right? So I was just muting and unmuting myself, Rosella. Do you see that? If you have a problem, there's no red button. Maybe there must be maybe a gray button that maybe, Rosella, are you able to screen share? To screen share yourself and show me what it looks like? Well, hopefully we get this sorted out. But in the meantime, I'll just explain what this class is about. Again, so homonyms are words that sound the same that are totally different words. So hopefully you looked at our last class, and now you will be seeing the part 2 of 3. So we have this hour, and then we have the next hour as well that we will be doing on homonyms. And Nicholas, glad to see you back.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi. And we have Joseph, and I see you got headphones. Yay. Joseph, you got headphones. Joseph, are you there? Can you hear me, Joseph? Joseph.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Emra. How are you doing today?
Fine. I will study after your lesson because I have an exam.
Oh, you're going to be studying late after this lesson?
Yes.
What is your exam about?
Signal processing and introduction to electronic circuits.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I never took that in university. That was too hard for me.
Yes, I'm studying electrical engineering.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, good for you for having time for Verbling.
Sorry?
I said good for you for having time for Verbling.
Yeah.
Good. And then we have Firas. Hi, Firas. Oh, Firas, I can't hear you. Firas, maybe you are on mute. Click the top right-hand button. Top right-hand button here. You might be on mute. Firas, is that you? So Firas, look at the chat over here. Firas, you are probably on mute. click click the top right hand button on your screen. So I'll give you a second. So Firas, why don't you watch my screen, okay? Watch my screen, and you will see how to turn yourself off mute. Watch my mouse on the top right. See this red button?
Hey, Lauren,
You are muted, Lauren.
I can't hear you.
Oh,
There is a
that's why no
connection
one was
problem.
answering me. Okay, there we are. You can hear me now, though, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Firas, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I know, but what about Firas? Firas, can you hear me? So
I
Firas,
can
yes.
hear you.
Firas, you must have a working microphone.
Yes, it's okay now.
Oh, okay, no, that's okay, Emra. I'm talking to Firas because Firas is not. So I'll just post the verbling rules here so that everyone knows what the classroom rules are.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Okay, and now we have Hamdi. Hi, Hamdi.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Good, good. And Joseph, can you hear me? Joseph. I don't know if he's listening to us. Joseph, are you in verbling right now?
It look like very funny.
I
Yes,
know,
hello?
but I don't know if he understands that he's in class right now. Well, I'll give him a second, and if not, I'm gonna have to open a seat for someone else. Okay, can you hear me?
Who, me?
No, Joseph. Joseph, so you cannot hear me. Okay, maybe your headphones are not working. Okay, I'll give you a...
I heard the other ones, but not you.
Oh, so you can hear me and you can speak.
I don't know what you're saying.
No, that's okay. But Joseph, if you're in class, then it's good that you have to be able to speak. If you don't want to speak, then you can give the spot up for someone who wants to speak, because there's only 9 spots in the class. So if you don't want to speak, then we can have someone else be in class and you can watch from outside next time, okay? Because there's no reason to be in class unless you want to have a chance speaking, right? Oh, he doesn't understand. Okay. Okay, Massimo. Hi, Massimo. Massimo?
Yeah,
How are
can you
doing
hear
today?
me?
Yes. How are
Good,
you
good,
doing today?
good. And you?
Good, good. Nice to see you again.
In the first lesson, I have a problem with computer.
Oh, that's
Uh,
okay. That's okay. That's okay. And we have Misael. Misael? Can you hear me, Miss Misael? Misael, I can hear you.
Yes,
How are you doing today?
nothing.
You're not doing anything. That's okay. And we have Mohammed.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello?
Mohammed. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. And
You're very welcome.
we have Rosella again. Hi, Rosella. Rosella? So Rosella and Joseph cannot hear me, I don't think. Rosella and Joseph, can you hear me? Oh, Rosella, I heard you for a second. Rosella can't hear me. I don't know what to do about that. Normally, those issues sort out eventually. They become okay after a little while. But what about you, Firas? Do you have a microphone? Oh, Firas is gone. Anyways, so if you do not have a microphone, I must open the spot up for someone else. Okay? Okay. Let's continue on with our document. Does everyone have the document opened that I posted before class?
Yes, I got.
Good. And I just posted it again, and I'll post it in the Google chat as well, so you all have it. So I'll start screen sharing.
What does it mean, homonyms? It's the same meanings?
No, it means they sound exactly the same, but they have different meanings.
Okay.
So for example, you'll see a bunch of examples, but let's say you have your and your spelled Y-O-U''re or Y-O-U-R. They sound the same, but they have two different meanings.
Yes.
Sound the same with two different meanings. There we go. Okay, so let's get started then. And the best way for you to participate is to try to give me examples of what you're doing. So if you have examples of, for example, I say, here's the difference between arc and arc. Can you give me an example? Try to write them in the chat or try to say them out loud to me and ask me questions if you are not sure about something. Okay, so we ended here at arc, but you know what? Those ones aren't as important. I want to keep going. So we have ascent and ascent. They are both pronounced the exact same way. But to ascent with the C means to climb. So, for example, when you go upstairs, it is an ascent. This is a noun, okay? While ascent like this is a verb. So you could say, going up the stairs was an ascent. Ascent like this. Like this, so that means that it was a real climb, and it is a noun, right? Then we have assent like this, which means to agree. So can someone give me an example of how you would use assent in a sentence?
I assent with you about something.
Good, good. So I assent with you on your opinion.
Yes.
Good, good. Great. Good, and then we have, okay, so are there any questions about assent and assent? Good. Now we have 8 and 8. These are really important. This is the number, so this is just the number 8. And this one is the past tense of eat. So make sure you do not make mistakes with those. Those are really important, right? But I think most of you probably knew that already. We're going to skip this one because I want to keep going. We have a lot of words. These ones, so when you say odd, odd means not usual, very strange, very strange. Strange. Odd, like A-W-E-D, like that, that means that you were in a state of wonder. So if you saw, let's say, you saw a, do you know what a unicorn is? Unicorn?
Yes.
So if you saw a unicorn, you would be awed. Like the word awesome, awesome has the same root word. To be awed is to be amazed, A-W-E-D. Awed is to be amazed. Whereas to be odd, O-D-D, means to be very strange, to be very weird. So can someone give me examples of using these two in a sentence?
Sometimes can I do some odd behavior?
Good. So you would say sometimes I can. Because when you
Yes.
put can before I, you are asking a question.
It's meaning the same. It's not even. It's even number, not even number.
Oh, yes, yes, you're right. You're right. Was that Hamdi who said that? Or was that Emra?
Yes.
Yeah, Emra. Good. Hamdi, you're just getting some feedback, so I gotta mute you. But yes, exactly, Emra. So, odd also means uneven number. But again, it has the same root meaning because a non-usual number. So if you say the word, 2, you say it is an even number because you can separate it into two. But if you have a strange number, it is an odd number, right? Like 3. You cannot divide 3 by anything, or 7. You cannot divide 7 by anything. But you can divide all odd numbers. Okay, good. Good. So yeah, for example, you could say for an uneven number. So you could say here, sometimes I can do some odd things, right? Good. Okay, we have awful and awful. These are the same root because like this that has this one in it is the same as here, which means to be amazed. So something is awful in this way, that means it is filled with awe. It is amazing. Then we have awful like this, which means really bad. So you would say, oh my gosh, it was awful. It was awful, which means it was horrible. Oh, this was just so horrible. That means awful. Good. And then we have these ones. These ones are obviously easy, but still really important. You don't need to know this one because you will not encounter it very often, but still I'll tell you what it is anyways. Have you ever heard or watched an English movie and someone says, "Aye, aye, Captain"? Aye, aye, Captain? No.
Yes, yes, I
What
hear.
about Pirates of the Caribbean? They go, "Aye,
Yes.
aye, Captain." So that's I like this. I. Which actually looks like AA, but it's pronounced like I. Good. And then we have eye, which is your actual eyeball. So on your face. Oops. Like that, right? And then I, which you're talking about yourself. Okay, these ones are important because you'll probably use these words. And you'll hear these words a lot. Bald, bald, and bald. To say someone is bald, it means they have no hair, right? To say someone is bald, it means they have no hair on their head. Or you could say that, for example, my father has a bald spot. So he is not all bald, but he has a bald spot. Or let's say you fell on the ground and you hurt yourself, you might have a bald spot, just like a little spot on your head that is bald. So we call that a bald spot. Some people have bald spots other places on their body because they fall and they get a scar, which is an injury that stays on your body forever. And then they get a bald spot. So I'll just put this here, bald spot. But sometimes a person is completely bald. Then we have bald like this. Bald. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to delete that because that's kind of a bad word. But then we have bald like this with the W. And that means when you cried out loud or when you cry very loudly. Like that. So like you could be talking, you'll hear this very commonly. You'll say something like, Oh, I was I was so upset that when he asked me, "Are you okay?" I started bawling. B-A-W, bawling. I bawled my eyes out. I bawled my eyes out. That means crying so, so much. Bawled like this. So that means the expression, I bawled my eyes out. It's like saying that you cried so much your eyes fell out. But of course, that doesn't actually happen. It's an exaggeration. Okay. Then we have ball and ball, which, as I explained, ball is the playful, let's call it circular toy, right? Or like a soccer ball, or football, baseball. And then ball again is to cry. To cry, normally it is crying very hard, crying a lot. Good. And what about banned and banned? Have you heard of this word banned like this as forbidden? Has anyone heard of that before? No? Yes? Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Good, 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 good. So banned is forbidden. So for example, what is banned? What can we say is banned? As an example, give me an example in a sentence.
User was
Smoking is a
banned.
ban.
Good, good. Oopsies. Good is banned indoors. Good, that's great. And then what about this one? Oh, this one's easy, right? We know a band is like a musical group. A musical group, right? So we know that.
It's a
Good.
noun.
Yes, yes, a band is a noun.
And banned is verb.
Yes, exactly. You can say something like, I am going to ban that student from verbling because he is being rude. You could say, I'm going to ban pets from my restaurant. No cats and dogs allowed in my restaurant. So to ban just means to not allow. To not allow.
Eliminate.
Forbidden or not allowed. Good. Then we have bear and bear. These ones are common as well. To say someone is bare, it means that they are naked, no clothes on. No clothes.
Or bare eyes.
Or they're what?
Bare eye.
Bare.
Bare eye.
Oh, like to
Bare-
bear something. Oh, I see what you're saying. To bear. Like when you are to
Bare eyes. Bare eyes. Right.
I think what you mean is like when you, so let's do this. Or to like
Another meaning
expose
with bare.
something. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, like to expose something.
Yeah.
So like you could say, for example, I will bear the truth. I will reveal the truth. So to expose or reveal. Yes, that's a great one. Or I cannot.
Barehanded.
Barehanded. Yes, so bare, that is the naked one, right? Barehanded means having nothing in your hands. So that's when you would use B-A-R-E. Good. Good, good. And then we have bear. Now this is a bear, the wild animal, but there's another definition as well for bear. And this one, does anyone know the other definition for bear? Have you ever heard
Wild
this?
animal.
Curry.
Carry, yes. Good, yes. Or carry. So for example, you could say he, actually the past tense for bear, so he will bear, or he bore. So bore is the past tense of bear, of to bear. And that means to carry something for someone. So I'm going to be saving this document, so if you ever want to refer to it in the future, you just keep the link there. But okay, so he will bear or he bore something. My bags. For example, the taxi driver will bear my heavy bags into the hotel for me. Often you will say, I cannot bear it. I cannot bear it. When someone tells you a very sad story, so they say something very horrible has happened, and they start telling you the bad things that have happened, you can say, I cannot bear it, which means do not speak because I cannot carry that inside my mind, inside my heart. I
I
cannot,
can
my
stand it.
emotions, I cannot stand it. These are expressions, right? I cannot stand it. I
Or
cannot
bear,
stand it. Is,
bear expenses also.
pardon me?
Bear expenses.
Bear accidents?
Expenses.
Bear expenses.
Money.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you could say someone, so that means that they took over your expenses. I'll just give this. And then 2. So, another example could be, he will bear all of my expenses.
During our journey, you will bear all my expenses, yeah.
Yes, so he will bear all of my expenses. Good, good. That's a really good example. That means he will carry all of my expenses. He will take over all of my expenses. That's a really good example. Good. Okay, and then we have that written down here. We have, he will bear all of my expenses. So we have either the wild animal, which is a bear. You know what a bear looks like, right?
Yeah.
Good. Yes, someone says, I cannot bear this suit bag. Yes, so that would mean you cannot stand carrying the suit bag. Good. To stand someone. David is saying, yes, good, good, good. Sorry, Emily, why do you usually turn off your microphone? Emra, I don't usually turn off my microphone. Is it turning off?
Yes, I will open now.
Well, I don't know. Maybe someone is muting me because I didn't know. Is everyone finding that my microphone is getting turned off?
Yes.
Does anyone else have that problem?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you great. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong, Emra. I'm very sorry. If that ever happens, put it in the chat and I'll try to repeat what I said before. But sometimes I must put some of you on mute if you have a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Any questions about bear and bear? Any questions about that?
No.
Okay, good. Now we will move on. These ones are important. Berry and berry. This looks like bury, and some people do pronounce it like bury, but with my accent, we just pronounce it like berry. Berry. So to bury means to put underground.
Go down.
Bury.
Yeah, like to bury under the earth.
Body. To bury a body.
Well, we say it like both ways. Both ways. Some people pronounce it like bury, but a lot of other people pronounce it like bury. And Misael is saying when the man is dead. Yes, so when someone dies, we bury them. But you can say it either way, bury or bury. Him. Under the ground. Right? That's how we would say that. Then we have a berry, which is a small fruit. So like strawberry, blueberry, raspberries.
Blackberry, raspberry.
Yeah. Blackberries, strawberries, etc. Good. You might see something like that, berry, but that is a man's name. That is a man's name. So if you ever see someone that has their name spelled like that, do not laugh and say, "Oh my gosh, you sound like you're a strawberry." Don't say that. Okay, we have bass and bass. Bass, some of you pronounce that like bass because there is a fish. There is a fish that is called a bass. And we pronounce that one like bass. But when you see it, it is normally the context that matters. What is context again? What is context?
The situation.
What was that?
Situation.
Joseph,
Yeah, the situation of something is involved.
yeah.
If you have an article, this is context. The content of the article, it's context.
The meaning.
Yeah, so
the meaning, yeah.
sometimes it is the meaning. Sometimes it is the meaning, but other time, it is not just the meaning. It is what information you must know to understand the topic. So, for example, here's an example. If I showed you a piece of paper that had a picture of I hate Jewish people. Okay? I gave you a piece of paper and I said, "Look at this picture. What do you think?" You would all say, "You're a horrible person and that's really inappropriate and unprofessional." But if I said the same poster with the I hate Jewish people and I said, "This is from World War II in Germany," the context, that is context to this, because I'm giving you the circumstances that surround this poster. And now you say, "Oh, I see, you're showing us something that was part of the Holocaust." Right? So it is information, context is the situation around what I am about to show you. So it is information, but it is basically the background information that you must know in order to understand everything fully. So when you see base, you must think of context. What sentence is that word in? Are you seeing it in a sentence with fishing things? Or are you seeing it in a sentence with musical things? Sorry, Emma, I have to mute you because you're a little loud. You've got some background noise. So, for example, a bass guitar. Do you all know what a bass guitar is?
Mm.
Do you know what a bass guitar is?
Yes, it's a guitar with four.
Yeah.
Could be the hard sound.
Yeah, exactly. It has a very low sound. Only 4 strings. So, for example, if you have a guitar like this, it only has 4 strings, like that.
The
right?
lower one is bass.
Lower, yes, good. Lower, so it's boom, 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 boom. Yes. So let's move on. So context, that's what really matters there. Then when you have the base, which is the base of something. So you can even say an army base. An army base, which is basically where the people in the army or the military people go to practice. So we call this a base because you cannot have an army unless you have a base of trained military men. So you have trained military men and women here. This is the base for the whole military. This is the base of my cup. This is the base of my cup. This is what holds it sturdy. This is the base of my computer. This right down here because it holds my computer up. Right?
Yes.
You have a base of your house. So B-A-S-E is that kind of base.
It is about two, right?
What was that, Joseph?
It is about two.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna skip based and based because you won't need to use that probably. Okay, we have bases, bases, and bases. So this one has that word bass in it for the guitar, for the four-stringed guitar, with a plural on it. So that just means many of these kinds of guitars. Then we have bases, which was like the army base or the base of a cup. Or you can also say in baseball, it is what baseball players like to steal. So you know in baseball, there's first base, second base, third base, home base, right? So I'll just show you that if you're not sure what I meant by that. So when you're talking about a base in, yes, I will show you. So these little white things. Oh, you can't see my screen right now. Here, I'll show you. When you are playing baseball, this is what a base is. See that? So the little white things on a baseball field, these things that you put your feet on, those are also called bases. Okay? And moving on. Okay, these are important. Oh, then we have basis, a basis. That means like the main, it says the principal constituent of anything, but if you were to try to describe that in your own words, what does that word basis, I-S, mean? Has anyone ever heard of that before?
Yeah,
What does it mean?
I can give you example.
Yeah.
Okay, you can deliver this products on daily basis.
On a daily basis. Good. So it means, it can mean like many different things. I'm going to kind of move this around, but like basically it can mean the principal source of something, or like foundation, or it can describe how something is done. So that's a really good example. We deliver this on a daily basis. That's a really good example. Thank you. Okay, let's move on though. So we have, oh, any questions first off? If you have any questions, please ask me.
What is daily basis? Basis. I don't know.
Oh, that means that what kind of basis? Will it be every day or will it be every couple weeks? So a basis can mean when something will happen. If something is on a daily basis, it means it happens every single day.
Routine.
A routine.
Yes, it can be a routine. Yes, routinely. So if we say on a daily basis, it means routinely.
Okay.
Yeah. You can say on a weekly basis, which means every week. You can even,
Monthly.
yeah, you can even be talking to someone and say, I am talking to you on the basis of I can't think of a good example, but I'm talking to you on the basis of this assignment, which means you and I are going to talk about this assignment. This is the reason why we're going to do this. That's not a very good example, but the biggest thing that, especially for learning English, is to know that it often does talk about a routine, daily basis, weekly basis. Okay, we have be and be. So you know this is to be, to exist, to do something. This one is a bee, which is like a little bumblebee, like a bumblebee who makes honey. Right? And it has beehives, lives in beehives. Do you know what this is? What a bee is?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay, good. And then we have bean and bean. These are also important ones. You'll see this very often. Bean, so B-E-A-N, this is like refried beans, even green beans,
green beans, yeah.
right?
And the food.
Yeah, food. It's a food. And then bean, we have the past tense of be. Okay, these ones are not as important. We don't need to do that one.
Can I
Um,
say light bean?
what was that?
Can I say light bean?
Light bean? L-I-G-H, like light bean, like this?
Yeah.
Or did you mean a light beam? Did you mean
Yeah.
a
Light beam.
Completely different. Yeah.
light beam? Oh, okay, Thomas, I know what you're trying to say. So a light beam is when there is a light, so for example, a flashlight, and it is not going everywhere. The light, like for example, right now my light is going everywhere in the room. But if you have a
The
light
focus.
beam, yes, a light beam has a
Center of the
focus. Yes, yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Hamdi. So it would have a focus. So if this was my light beam, it would only hit exactly over there on the wall, only in that one spot, like a laser.
Okay.
So that's beam, not bean. Good. Okay, I want to move on to this one, bin and bin. Except we pronounce this one like bean, like I've been, but some people do pronounce it more like bin. So I think it's better to pronounce it like bean. But either way, we'll still talk. That is the past tense, of course, of to be. And then a bin is like a box or container for something. So you could even say the recycling bin or the garbage bin. Garbage bin, that's very common. Something like that. Then we have bell and bell. Bell is like when someone rings the doorbell. It goes ding dong, and then you go and answer the door, like a doorbell. Then you go and answer the door. Then we have a beautiful woman, which is a bell, and it is pronounced just like bell, bell and bell. But belle, like this, is actually a French word. So that is actually a French word which means beautiful or pretty. So you could say she was a belle, which means she was a beautiful woman. She was beautiful. This one you could say she rang the bell. Oops. Like that. Good. Oh, we don't need to do, oh, I guess you could do this one. Yeah, this one is easy because you know what better means. Better means you are better than him. That means you are superior than him. And a better like this is still pronounced better, but it means someone who bets money, which is like a gambler. A better is a gambler.
Mhm.
This one is good. So we have build and build. Build and build. And if I skip any of them that you want me to clarify, please let me know. So we have build, which means, okay, so what is a bill? A B-I-L-L. What is a bill? When someone gives you a bill, what is that?
Invoice.
Hmm?
Invoice.
Invoice. Yeah, an invoice or a receipt. So you're at a
Receipt, yeah.
restaurant at the end of your meal, after you have eaten at a restaurant, they give you your bill. So if you have been billed, you have been given your receipt.
You have to pay.
Yes, yes. So if I am your waitress, I will say, "Yes, I have already billed them. They have already been billed." Then we have build like this, exact same pronunciation, but that means to construct something, to make something.
Build a house.
Yeah. So good example, he will build a house. What is the past tense for that?
Built.
Yes, good, good. So in the past, he built, not
Built or built?
built, just like that. He built the house. Yes. So remember, some people think it's builded, but it is an exception. It is built. Built, oops. So you just change that D to a T to make it past tense. Okay, and then we have blue and blue. These ones are,
Is it spelled with T at the end in past perfect and past simple?
I can't hear you very well, unfortunately, Joseph, but I think you're asking if you put the T, it makes it past tense.
Yeah, but is it in past simple and
Sorry, Joseph, your microphone is not working very well.
okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Also, Carlos, I have to mute you because you have someone is talking in the background. So Joseph, if can you type your question in the chat? Good. Okay. Hi, Carlos. How are you doing today?
Hi, fine, and you?
I'm good. But Carlos, I have to keep you on mute because you have someone who's talking loudly in the background sometimes.
Well, okay, no problem.
Is that okay? Okay, and
Yeah.
if you have any questions, you just take yourself off mute and talk to me.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, I will send the link. Oopsies. I'm going to just send the link to someone who's asking for it here in the chat. And I would suggest all of you, if you're finding this information really good, you should print this. You should print this and keep this. This is about almost 30 pages of these exact words. But first off, before I don't want class to end, and you have questions about certain words. Are there any words that you have problems with that you want me to answer? I think we're good. We're good then? Okay, so I'll just keep going with these ones then. So we have blue and blue. Blue is the past tense of when you blow something. So with your lips, you blow air out of your lips. Of blow, which is when you push air out of your lips.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine. Can you send me a link?
Do you need it in the Google chat?
So that download this document.
Yep, I have it in the Google chat as well as the Verbling chat. Can you see that?
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Good, good. Okay, and then we have blue, which is the color of the sky. Which is the color of the sky. I just put California sky here because, you know, the sky is always blue in California, not so much where I live. Okay, this one's good. So if you are bored, so you are not interested, nothing to do, you are bored, B-O-R-E-D, like this. You are bored, nothing to do. You are very bored, let's say at school when the professor's talking about something you do not like, right? Board is like a plank or a piece of wood.
Or white, board, white.
Good, yes. White or a whiteboard. And what's the whiteboard? What's a whiteboard?
Whiteboard in the school, in the class. Yeah.
Yeah, a whiteboard like what we have in schools. Good, yes. So like you can write on the whiteboard, but you could not write on the whiteboard spelled like this, B-O-R-E-D, because bored is a feeling that you get. It is a feeling. She was bored. She was not interested. Good. I'm gonna keep going here. This one. Break and
Board
break.
also could be wide range, board.
White. Sorry, say that.
Wide range.
Wide range board.
No, that is broad.
Broad. Ah, yeah, broad. Yeah,
Wide range road. Oh, I see. Like a highway. Like a highway.
No board. Broad.
Oh, high. Oh,
That is
like
the difference?
broad. Broad.
broad. Yeah.
Broad. That's right.
Broad.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, actually, I should tell you the difference between those because I don't think it's on our list. We have broad. Actually, this is one word, same word, but two meanings. We have broad. This is like kind of a disrespectful way to say, oh, and I see, Louise, you're asking in the chat, every word sounds the same, right? Yes, every word has the same pronunciation, but different meanings and different spellings. So if someone said, oh, look at that broad, that means a girl. A girl, it can be any kind of woman, any kind of girl. It was used in the movie Grease a lot. Have you guys seen Grease?
Yeah.
Grease? Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
right.
used in
John
that movie.
Travolta.
Yeah, with John Travolta, yeah. So he says,
Right.
listen, he says, listen to this broad. Listen to this broad. He's saying, oh, listen to this woman. She's just a woman.
Listen to that cat.
Like
Like in the
quite.
70s.
They say chick. They sometimes say chicks.
Chick. Okay.
Chicks. Chicks or broads. Then you have broad, which is broad shoulders, which is wide.
Oh,
So, or even broad. Broad just means wide. Broad and wide are the same meaning. So if you said, I am broadening my perspective, that means I am widening the way that I think. I want to be more open-minded. So I will broaden how I think. Does that answer your question there, Max? Was that Max's question? I hope it answered your question. I don't know if you're speaking, Max. I can't hear you. Oh, someone says bride. A bride? What is a bride? What is a bride?
A girl who wants to get
It's the wife.
Yeah, a bride
Woman
is a woman.
in ceremony is going to marry.
Yes, good.
That get married.
Yes, broad. Board. Oh, Massimo, you're saying that board is also means the same as edge, maybe. You're thinking of border, like this. Border is at the edge of something, like that. B-O-R-D-E-R. So not the B-O-A like that. But just remember too, when you see this A, we don't pronounce it in this particular word. We just say that just like board. And then actually we have this right here, Massimo. We have border, which is like the perimeter, which means the edge of something. So the border of the United States, which means the edge between the United States and Canada, and then the United States and Mexico. And then we have border, a border. This is a person who is a lodger, which means, what is a lodger? Does anyone know? This would be like a laborer or someone, or actually not a laborer, but
Carry the baggage.
Pardon me?
Carry baggage for you. Carry your bag.
No, normally, yes. But this would be a boarder is someone who lives with you and gets meals from you. So, for example, you would say, you know how some people have someone living in their basement? So underneath them. So you have your house and you have someone else who lives underneath you. In your basement, this the downstairs of your house. No? Okay, a boarder is someone, let's say I live on a farm and I have a worker, and the person who works for me lives in my house with me and my family, and I feed him, and he pays me
Oh,
rent.
I got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Like
a
also
bo-
the children in the school, they live and they study in the same place.
good. We call that boarding school. Good.
It's like housekeeping, like.
A boarder is someone who lives in your house and eats your food, basically. So if you move to Canada to live with some of your family, you would be boarding at their house. B-O-A-R-D, boarding. That's why we're doing this exercise, because a lot of people don't know these words, but they're important. Boarding does not mean just living with someone. It means also eating their food, using their shower, living with them in their space.
Type of accommodation like full board, half board.
Yes. Yes. So I put here in the chat, boarding school is when people sleep over and eat food there, etc. So you send your kids away for 3 months, let's say. 3 months, you're going to boarding school. That means you will live there, you will have your own room there, you will eat there, you will do everything there, you will go to school there. So that's what boarding means. B-O-A-R-D-I-N-G, boarding, right here. So a boarder is someone who is boarding at a place that is not their house. Boarders live with someone in a place that is not their house. Good. And now we can move on. So we have break and break. Actually, I'll just quickly go over this one. Booze and booze. Booze, like this, B-O-O-S, that means like disparaging, means angry, sounds from fans. So when you go to a concert, you will hear the people going, yay, or boo. Boo means we don't like you. We don't like you. Get off stage. Leave. We don't want you. Boo means bad. Booze, B-O-O-Z-E, is another word to say alcohol. Not just whiskey, but another word to say alcohol. So if you were to say, oh, are you going to that party? Are you bringing booze? That means, are you bringing alcohol? For this one, you could say, Britney Spears heard a lot of booze at her concert. That's an example. Sorry, Brittany. Okay, and I have time for one more. I can't believe how quickly class is going by. We have break and brake. A brake is in your car. When you're driving, on the right, you have gas, which means go. And on the left, you have the brake. The brake is what stops your car from moving. So brake, what stops your car from moving. That's how it's spelled, like this, B-R-A-K-E. So this is a noun. This one is a verb. So B-R-E-A-K is a verb. It means to split apart or maybe to ruin something. But it also means, or it can mean, what is the other meaning for this word break? B-R-E-A-K.
Rest time.
Yes, or rest time. So you took a break from work. I took a break from work. Once again, I can't believe how quickly time is flying with these homonyms. Are there any questions right now before I must go to my next homonyms class? We're good?
Complete. You will complete.
No, I will not end up completing it. I can't believe I had a list. I cut it in half. So still not finishing them all, but I will be doing the next class, and I'll see if there's extra room on Verbling. Maybe I'll do another class as well after this. So I'll just post my Facebook and Verbling information here in the chat if you would like to follow me. And I hope that you learned at least a few new vocabulary words and some new homonyms. Bye, everyone.
Yes. Good class.
Bye.
See you here.
Thank you.
I hope to see you in my next class. Bye.